All right, guys, we're back. We're here. It's the Targaryens, and guess what? We didn't let Zach talk about them. We said, no, we're going to finish this one ourselves.
We didn't want this video to be 2 hours,
We don't care if you like fire and Dany. We don't care. We're going to talk about it in a very objective way. We're not going to be house favorite people. No. We're going to talk about House Targaryen.
Because this is the house that lost their mandate, let me tell you.
Yeah, didn't it?
If anybody just squandered it.
They
just threw it away. They threw it away and it's like, put us back in charge. It's like, yeah, remember the last time that happened?
Yeah, you guys, yeah. Really, what did they do? What did they do anyway? What did the Targaryens ever do to really, they just had big lizards that flew around and blew fire. Like, that is not acceptable to form a system of government around.
In a universe where might makes right, that's a pretty viable formula.
It's actually the most viable.
That's right.
Considering it's the mightiest.
But look what happened to him.
What happened to him. I think
That's a crumbling foundation.
I think we've all seen that we benefit the most whenever we plan our government not around who has giant flying lizards, but who has the best ideas.
That's right.
And I currently don't know who that is in Westeros, to be honest with you.
Or not anywhere in our world either.
Yeah, we've seen the race. We know it's going downhill. Nothing's going to happen here.
Oh, goodness.
Let's do it, man.
All right,
Let's hit it up.
Number one
culprit here, Dany Targaryen, Daenerys, as they say. Got a lot of fans out there.
Sounds like an exotic fruit. Have you ever had a Daenerys?
I've never had it. It's hard to eat, though. 7-cost character, a intrigue icon, power icon, and 5 strength. You like mangoes. I don't think we're talking about mangoes.
They are so inconvenient.
I would love to eat mangoes more, but it's like...
I need to cross one of those with the banana.
It's like pomegranates too. It's like literally, it's like I got to get out the colander. What do I got to get a hammer out for this thing? What do I do? What are these little things?
Why do I need a power tool to make this work?
Lady and a Stormborn. She has insight, which immediately makes this house tier 1.
Yes.
And what a stupid statement.
We're not telling you if it's good, everybody. Just G quit. The Targs have insight.
While she's standing, each character participating on an opponent's side in a challenge against you gets -1 strength. Very confusing for no reason, really. I scratched my head about this thing forever during our preview, right?
Scalp got bloody.
It's like, does that mean whenever you're being attacked only because it's a challenge against you? But we looked at past cards. There's precedent for this. It's either side of the challenge. As far as we can tell, it's either side. So if you're being attacked or if you're attacking, both are considered challenges against you.
Yes.
Your opponent is in challenge against you, whether you're on the offense or defense.
That's correct.
And so -1 as long as she's standing.
It's some muddy wording, but it's the same rules we've always had for Game of Thrones.
And I think it's really, it's our problem. It's not necessarily the card's problem.
Sure. Well, it's just the problem that comes about when words have meanings independent of the game.
Yeah,
and then they want them to have select meanings within it.
Like against you, right?
It creates some confusion. It's like, I know how English works, and then you're telling me it works this other way within the context of the game rules. That can be confusing.
Yeah. If somebody is against me, I generally think of myself as the defender in that instance. But that's my problem. Not the game.
Not the games.
3-cost character, a military icon, 4 strength for Drogon here, a unique dragon and hatchling. No attachments, because it's a dragon. Each Stormborn character you control gains renown. What? So far, that's only Dany.
So far.
By the way.
Wait for it. Watch for Stormborn traits, because that will just blow up.
Wait. You and
trait manipulation.
You and I don't know much about
don't write
Game of Thrones ultimately. We haven't read the books, have we?
I've read one, and I read all of the wikis. Let me tell you, if anybody is interested in direct pursuits of knowledge, it's me. I don't care about the experience. Just tell me what happens.
Cut it out.
Spoil it already for me. Just tell me.
So what other Stormborns are there?
As far as I'm aware, Daenerys is the only one with that title.
So are you telling me there could be other hidden
trait
Stormborns?
Manipulation. It's a Game of Thrones tradition.
Please, no. You can't just make
or just card games in general.
You can't make a street waif a Stormborn.
We can. Yes, we can.
I don't want anything to do with that game. I want nothing to do with it.
Tell me what I can.
All right, go for it. What else we got?
Whoa, I'm just dropping these all over the place.
Viserion. A 2-cost character, a military and power icon, 2 strength, a dragon, and a hatchling. No attachments, and each Stormborn character gains stealth, so it gives Dany stealth. So this house, they're relying on Dany.
They are.
Which makes sense.
She's a heavy... in the books, they are, for sure.
Yeah, it makes sense. This house is the house of Daenerys Targaryen.
Mm-hmm. Without her, the cookie crumbles.
I'm okay with
that. Or
that.
the house of cards crumbles. I don't know.
All right.
What's that expression?
I imagine we have Regal here?
Regal.
Or Regal, I should say. Regal because it's
sure
like
on
a
that
gold
one.
thing.
Let's not debate that again.
We talked about this,
We
though.
do.
That's
We
what
talk
it's about.
about it a
Regal,
lot.
like a Regal king. You know, it's like he's got a lot of trinkets and things.
But then the foil of that is that it's named after Daenerys' brother, who's now dead, Rhaegar.
Rhaegar.
Yeah.
Oh, Oh, no. That's tough.
Or maybe they're both alluding to the same thing,
I'm sure the
which is a third word.
I'm sure the
that we
wikis
can't
will
pronounce
tell us.
either. Yes,
at
tell
some
us,
point.
wiki.
3-cost character, military, very important intrigue icon. He's looking for the throne there. A 3 strength dragon and hatchling. No attachments. After you win a challenge in which a Stormborn character you control is participating, choose and stand a Stormborn character.
Awesome.
That makes a lot of sense.
I like
Makes a
that.
lot of sense. After you win a challenge, it's not even, you don't even have to be participating.
With the others in play, with Daenerys already having insight, that is a great card.
Yeah. So these 3 dragons are just pumping Danny up. And it used to be, now see, here's the difference. Now, but these are the hatchlings, though.
Yes.
And so maybe it's different, but it used to be that Danny was pumping the dragons.
Correct.
Remember that?
Yeah.
And now it's the dragons
reverse it.
are getting Danny all
Pumped
powerful
up.
here.
That's right.
Let's look at somebody who doesn't need any dragons. All he needs is a horse and a sword. This is Khal
an S
Drogo.
word. And about, 100,000 other guys just like
Yeah, and a lot of desert nomads, bloodthirsty, etc. 6-cost character, military and power icon, 5 strength, Dothraki, and a lord. Has renown, which as we know, of course, is
Rare.
absolutely critical. And you may initiate an additional military challenge during the challenge's phase. He doesn't have to participate. He doesn't have to do anything. He can be standing. He can be kneeling. You get 2 military challenges. What is this, House Stark? You know what I mean?
You'd think. But this is, I think we talked about in the preview videos, Targaryen is shifting away from power challenge focus to military challenge focus, which makes way more sense for the
Interesting.
house. 'Cause
Yeah,
it's like,
yeah.
no, they're out of power. They need to fight to get
They need to fight to
anything.
get it.
Yeah.
And you know what? I mean, if you've got the full suite on the table, this gets ludicrous. Because
Luda.
Dany attacks military, stands up because the Stormborn character won because the dragon's out. She has stealth. She has insight. She has renown. She stands up. She does it again. She stands up. It's just like, it gets stupid. So we're seeing the same kind of locked-in Dragon-Dany synergy that we saw last time. When it gets locked in, oh my gosh, and we don't have Valor right now.
You want to see something else that's going to lock it in? It's this card right here.
Magister Illyrio. Okay. I'm ready.
You read them.
5-cost character, intrigue power, 4 strength, a lord and a merchant.
Oh, a merchant. Man, I love that trait.
You know, that actually
Holy
makes... There was
smokes.
a merchant card that we saw a little while ago that didn't have the merchant trait. It was brought up on YouTube.
What?
Yeah. So can we not get in that habit?
Can we be even-handed with doling out merchant traits? Because that is just a great trait.
I think what you say is any card is considered to have traits also equal to its name.
Yes.
Right? So like Magister Illyrio is Magister traded.
That's a design fundamental.
Doesn't that make sense?
Perhaps.
I think that makes sense.
I like it. Let's start a petition, everybody.
Action, pay 2 gold to choose and stand a character. Get it out of here, dude. But no, you can't do that.
Two gold once per phase.
You cannot do that.
They just did. Stand effects are probably the most powerful effects in the game.
I
like
honestly can't.
insight is nice, renown is also nice, all these kinds of things. But if you can stand a character willy-nilly, two gold is a reasonable price.
This
for
is
a
the first
stand.
thing that I've seen where I'm like, oh no.
It's
Oh,
happening
no.
all over again. 1.0, Targaryen was the master of stand effects. So
I mean, I
seeing
guess-
this again is a little scary, but I'm cool with it. It's not as easy as it used to be.
I guess
And way
paying
less
2
common so
kind of
far.
helps because you don't have it technically until after the marshalling phase, although there's probably going to be ways around that. I just don't want this thing where a thing kneels and it does something awesome and then you
It
stand
doesn't
it up
cost
and
2
it does it
influence.
again.
What?
We'll see.
We'll
see
see.
how this one plays, man. I'm worried, dude.
Steven's concerned.
I mean, it's just like it's 3 years from now. Like you have to balance the game based on the fact that at any point I could pay 2 gold to stand this thing again. It's like that's just tough. It makes it hard.
It's very tough, and it's in the core box. We're stuck with it forever.
2-cost character, great. Military and intrigue icon, 4 strength, incredible. Ser Jorah, companion and a
What
knight,
a bargain.
has renown.
He's in the bargain bin, Ser Jorah.
If Ser Jorah Mormont has 3 or more betrayal tokens on him, sacrifice him. Of course, he's a betrayer. And force reaction after you win a challenge in which you participated, place 1 betrayal token on him. So 2-cost character with 2 of our 2 favorite icons.
Yes.
Double the strength for the cost. Huge ratio. Use him 3 times.
3 times,
Perfect.
and you're done.
Perfect.
Just set it and forget it.
It's excellent. That is absolutely excellent.
Boom. Next up, my favorite character.
Viscerus.
Not.
Oh, look at him drawing a sword.
He
1-cost
looks
character.
insane.
Power icon. 1 strength. Lord. Win. Viserys Targaryen leaves play. Choose an attachment and discard it. Why is he Do you know this? Why is he always into discarding attachments? Because that's been standard throughout the entire card game cycle.
I don't know. Probably something to do with his relationship with the dragon eggs. He was very obsessive about them early on, and just wealth and anything in general. Because
so he was attached to things.
Yeah, he had a overdeveloped sense of entitlement, and he just wanted stuff.
Well, this is the Game of Thrones universe we're talking about.
That's
Entitlement's the name of the game.
Entitlement,
you know
as well as titlement.
Let's talk about the Braided Warrior here. 2 cost, military, and nothing else. 3 strength. Looks like a centaur there, too.
Yeah, he does. Actually, that was the first thing. It's like, what is this horde of centaurs doing?
No, that would be... Can you imagine?
Oh,
if they had centaurs and dragons...
Centaur armies with dragons.
That's the end of Westeros, for sure.
Can you have somebody riding a centaur? That would be like... double mint gum.
I think
double
that's
the pleasure,
thing.
Double the fun.
I saw a picture. I think it was an old D&D literature or something. I guess it wouldn't be literature if it's a picture, but
literature.
You had a centaur with like a big axe, and then a guy on a horseback with a bow. Yeah, it's like, are you kidding me?
God,
I don't even
make a ranged attack while he's making.
Yeah, I don't even want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it.
That's insane.
No attachments except for weapons. Vanilla, 2 cost, has a good Dothraki trait. We're going to see Dothraki synergy. I have no doubt about this.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to be a strong player. 3 cost military.
People love it.
No problem.
It's kind of character.
Way better than those braided screamers. Those guys were stupidly crazy.
Who designed that card? Really?
It had to be done.
Tell us.
Where the game was, it had to be done. It was out of control.
That card was crazy.
That's why we have second edition.
Then they threw that heavy nerf hammer at it.
2 cost, Handmaiden. Used to be Dothraki Handmaiden, by the way. I think it's similar or the same art. Intrigue and power icon, 1 strength, ally and companion.
Okay.
Action, sacrifice Handmaiden to choose and stand a lady character.
What?
You know, it's weird to name it just Handmaiden.
These ladies are really mean to their handmaidens, honestly. Just kill her, I can do something else.
So wait a minute.
I'll get another wench.
There's a lot of standing going on here.
There is a lot of standing, more than I was actually prepared for. So it's a lady character. Guess what Daenerys is?
A lady.
She's a lady.
Dude, see, this is more...
Watch out.
I guess it makes sense.
We were about to say that it wasn't that common, but it turns out it's more common than we were prepared for.
The thing that I'm looking at here is like, this is a non-loyal card.
Yeah, dupe it.
This is valued.
Cops.
But so we have to be prepared for ladies to be standing at any time. So watch out.
I mean, at least this one, and I think most of the other ones we've seen are in-play effects. It's not like the good old days when Targ could stand a character right out of their hand.
Yeah.
So that was very dangerous. This is something you can at least anticipate.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they can't ambush her in either.
They can't do it. Not yet.
Not yet.
Who knows? There's going to be
it.
put a thing into play.
So that's a good card, if only for what she does for other good cards.
She's a hand, and that's a pretty classic handmaiden, you know?
Yes.
Yeah, get in.
Yes.
Stand up, Danny.
Love Letter?
You've got it.
It's about the same.
Oh, yeah.
It's about the same.
Oh, my gosh. Targaryen Loyalist may be, okay, top 5 art in the set
I
so
love
far?
this art. I love this art, yes.
Top 5 art, I think. 1 cost, power icon, 1 strength. Dang it! He's just the kneeler.
He's just the reducer, man. Can you believe they put that amazing art on the reducer? Not that I mind, but it's just like...
I was holding my breath waiting for this effect. What is the loyalist going to... I mean, it makes sense. And at least, hey, you get good-looking cards. You got the good-looking gardeners on the Tyrell side.
I'm going to put him back up.
We haven't even talked about that yet.
Look at the color use, the contrast.
Yeah, it's just really good. Really good. What's going on in the background? Is that ships back there?
Yeah, I think that's a nighttime port harborage kind of dealio.
Cool. Targaryen Loyalist. Yeah, he's a believer.
Just looking at some scrolls.
Kneel him, lower the cost of stuff.
Bam.
The Unsullied, some of my favorite
classic
people,
card there.
Really. A 4-cost character, military power, only 3 strength, seems low. Army, no attachments except weapon. While Unsullied is attacking, each defending character gets -1 strength.
The burn is real.
The burn is real, and it speaks to their basically just commitment and their skill, right?
Yes.
It's like you automatically just get worse.
Yeah, you're at a
fighting
disadvantage
me because
just facing me. Yeah.
But three strength is pretty low.
It is pretty low. You should be able to manage that.
I can manage it.
I can manage it, but will everybody
But
else?
It's really, let's face it, it's really about the burn effects. I wish it were not, but it is. It's about
this
the burn
really isn't
effects.
so much about the challenges. It can be, but it's more about
It's about the burn effects, which we haven't even seen any yet, by the way.
Wait for it.
Let's talk about Drogo Zarak. We have looked at this one on our preview video from a while back. A 2-cost attachment. It's a weapon, Dothraki character only. Attached character gets +2 strength, and if attached character is Khal Drogo, he does not kneel when declared as an attacker in the first military challenge you initiate each round.
So it can do 2, but not a 3rd.
Yeah, and remember that Khal can give you the extra challenge.
That's right.
So if he's out, you can attack with him for free, and then you have to kneel to attack with him the second time.
That's
so
right.
It's basically a free military
even
challenge.
Khal Drogo gets a little tired.
He gets really tired. I saw him really tired actually a lot in the show at least.
Yeah, he was winded.
It was hard to see anything in the book, obviously. 'Cause you're reading.
It's in my mind.
Let's talk about the Plaza of Punishment, a 3-cost location. It's Astapor. I have very bad memories of these locations.
Of Astapor?
Well, yeah, those dragon locations. You remember that?
Oh yeah.
It was like, here, pay 0, give all your dragons plus 1,000 strength, and draw a card and immune to everything. Reaction: after you win a power, after you win a power challenge, Neoplasma punishment to choose a character without attachments. Until the end of the phase, that character gets -2 strength and is killed if their strength is 0.
What else?
So there's our first burn
That's
card.
great, yes. That's great. And it costs 3. That's what I'm really happy about.
Yeah.
They used to have the...
And you gotta kneel it. That's good.
This card was similar in 1.0, but it costed 1.
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
Yeah, we can. We were there, and it still didn't really see play that much sometimes.
Sometimes. Next up.
That's to tell you how wild things were. Dothraki Sea, 1-cost location. It's Essos. It looks good, too. Has a reaction: after you win a power challenge, sacrifice Dothraki Sea to put a Dothraki character into play from your hand. See, we just talked about it. They can do that still.
Sorry, we were wrong, everybody.
At the end of the phase,
flash forward 5 minutes.
If it's still in play, and here's the kicker, return it to your hand. Don't put it in the discard pile.
Just keep recurring this nonsense.
Return it to your hand.
Are you serious?
But here's why it works, Robert. You got to win a power challenge. You got to win a challenge first.
Yes.
Which makes it great.
And them winning a power challenge isn't like Targaryen winning a power challenge in 1.0. It's not going to be as easy.
Right, and they don't. We haven't seen a lot of stealth. We haven't seen a lot of these kinds of effects. So, yeah, it's great. It's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine.
You want to talk about some great art in a place I'd like to visit?
But there's not a cost attached restriction, is there?
Negative.
Any character into play.
Correct. After you win a power challenge, sacrifice Dothraki Seed. Put a Dothraki character into play from
your hand. It has to be Dothraki.
Yes.
Okay. We'll keep an eye on this one.
Dothraki.
Because basically Khal Drogo is going to come in and do 2 military challenges. That's what that's going to look like.
Here's the next one.
Illyrio's Estate. This is just a reducer. 0 cost, limited. Man, you know what? Okay, you know what?
What's Illyrio doing that he can afford this place?
Let's think for a second. Honestly, if I were going to have the best art on my cards of choice, it would be the reducers.
Because you're going to play them all the time
in
every deck.
You're going to have a beautiful looking board. People are going to walk by and say, what is this beautiful thing that you're doing? And you're going to say, Game of Thrones, 2nd edition.
I'm just running some strong econ over here. Don't mind me.
Just reducing
I've got a loyalist and some estates here.
Very, very good.
That's what we're doing.
That's very, very good.
Beautiful card. Talk about some burn now.
Dracarys. We've seen this one. This is Targaryen just going to wrap this one around their fingers for the rest of the life of this game. This is their thing. Action: kneel a dragon character or Dany. Choose a participating character until the end of the phase. They get -4 strength and are killed if 0. It's until the end of phase. It's -4.
That's a lot.
It doesn't say non-unique. It doesn't say non-lord. It doesn't say non-king. It doesn't say anything. Whatever you want.
Thank God it costs 1 gold at least.
Just kill whatever you want. Yeah, 1 gold. Great. That'll stop him.
If this had shown up as a 0-cost event, it would have screamed.
It's just wild.
Talk about some burn.
Fire and Blood, a 1-cost event.
Words.
Challenges action. Choose a unique Targaryen character in your dead pile and shuffle it back into your deck. Whew. Man. If the character's a hatchling, you may put it into play instead. That's totally fine.
Reasonable.
Thank goodness it's not that other thing.
Yes.
What was that thing that put it right into play? Oh my gosh.
Oh, to be a dragon, I think.
It was to be a dragon.
And a stand effect, I want to say.
It was put a thing in and I think it was stand. Absurd. Yeah, stand a thing to put a thing in from your dead pile.
That made sense.
That's crazy.
That made all kinds of sense.
But you had to have a certain plot in your thing. But this is fine, guys. This is good. I think we're good.
All right, last one. Bing.
Waking the Dragon.
That Viserys is just
Wait a minute.
crazy.
Pull that other Viserys out.
Hold on. Yeah, it's almost identical.
I think it looks the exact same.
Stand by. I actually looked at this earlier. It's almost the exact same expression. So there he is. He only has one emotion, everybody, and it's constant.
Wow, yeah, it's just anger. Waking the Dragon. This is a 0-cost event. Action: choose and stand a unique Targaryen character you control.
Yes.
Why are we getting so many stand effects in this house?
It's what Targaryen does, because they're insane. Honestly,
at the end of the phase, if the character is still in play, return it to your hand. So you can stand a thing, use it, return it to your hand.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks, Viserys.
Well, the reality of how this is going to work is all of those cards that say when this card leaves play or enters play, do a thing, is going to get abused to the hills. So we're going to see that card eventually.
That's right.
Keep your eye on this one, Waking the Dragon.
So there you have it.
Man, you know what? This is just a lot of stand, and I think that's the most powerful effect in this game.
A lot of stand, a lot of military. So they're the new Starks, I think, honestly.
They really kind of are, aren't they?
They're the new Starks.
The Starks have got way more renown, so they're kind of trying to... You see, and Nate talked about this, how they're trying to make the houses feel more like they felt when you first kind of got to know them.
Sure.
And so the Baratheons have power and are trying to hold on to it. So they have the Neil effects. The Starks are really in a position to gain power.
Well, they're the most venerable house. They have ruled the North for so long. So it's like, oh, if we but have the Starks, we have the entirety of the North on our side.
Yeah, and that makes sense for them to have renown. And then you have the Targaryens that are just kind of getting their stuff together.
Oh, yeah.
And so they're standing up. They're trying to kind of wake up and be like, okay, we're gonna do this thing.
Yeah.
So it's really working out so far. Now, those stand effects, though,
watch out for them.
That's just the quickest way to cause issues.
Power creep.
Just watch for it. So no restricted list. Let's stay away from that whole idea.
It's a little premature to say power creep out of the core box.
Yeah. Power creep.
But it's easy to have exponential power creep because it's like, oh, here's an awesome character with this awesome ability. I can stand him with any number of cards.
I think we just have to be really careful about having limit once per deck or once per
Limit those
round.
abilities.
Limit, because otherwise it could get nuts.
That's true.
Well, there's the Targaryens, guys. What do you think? Fire and Blood?
Fire and Blood?
Is it enough?
Let us know.
Is this a house that relies too much on Dany? And if so, are these, cancel and remove effects going to just tear this house apart out of the core box?
People are running cancels?
We'll get to that.
All right.
Don't like it.
Don't like it.
Fire and Blood. There we go. Targaryens. We got this core box on sale in our store. You can find it on the store there at Team Covenant. And we also would love for you to subscribe to our YouTube channel. It really allows us to kind of track what kind of videos you guys want, what you like, and these kinds of things.
Or you could subscribe to our subscription services.
Or
because we have packs and boxes.
So you're a Lord of the Rings fan, ultimately.
Yeah,
our pack subscriptions are like the lifeblood of this thing. So if you're into what we're doing, any part of it, subscriptions to our LCG packs and ECG packs and whatever everyone else calls them is critical. So please do that, and thank you guys for watching. We'll see you again soon.